Hello, I'm Kellie Riordan. I'm the manager of ABC Audio Studios, and we are a digital audio production house for an audience on the go. We create a whole lot of digital first podcasts. So these podcasts that are created with the on-demand audience in mind, so they may not be heard on the radio. I think when you're commissioning those sorts of podcasts, and we particularly are focused on younger audiences, there are a couple of things you need to think about. You need to think about that really conversational, authentic experience that podcast brings, and so think about the host. Who is the best person to tell this story, and how are they relatable for that audience that you're looking for? I think one of the other things is think about what the purpose of the podcast is. What kind of story are you trying to tell, and how do you fit that into someone's life? So is this the sort of podcast that takes someone to a different world when they're exercising at the gym, or maybe they're on the train? Or is this a way to give people information that they need in a short hit? Or is this something really beautiful and artistic and full of whimsy that can take people, just on a journey and make them forget about their mundane lives? The other thing I think is really important to think about is how can you make your podcast useful? I'm really interested in, really disrupting this idea of, podcasts or radio shows that just talk at people, but instead ones that invite the audience to participate. And at the end of listening to a podcast, I want to learn something, or I want to have a takeaway, or I want to do something. So I'm really interested in those sort of audience engagements that exist around a podcast as well.